Hey guys, what's going on? I went to the gun show yesterday. Let's see what's going on with this camera. Why ain't it focusing? Let's see here. There she goes. Went to the gun show yesterday, and I brought some Glock parts for my Glock, because you guys know, on the medium-sized frames and up, I like to change the slide stops to the extended slide stop. I don't like to do it on the real little Glocks because sometimes your thumb, let me go get it. This happened to a couple friends of mine that put them on these little Glock 27s, like this one. Sometimes when you're holding it like this, because it's so short, you know what I mean? You're choking up too much on it, and sometimes when you're firing it, your thumb will hit the extended slide stop, and the magazine won't lock back on the slide won't lock back on an empty magazine. So on these little guns, depending on how you hold the gun, I mean how I hold the gun and how my friend hold the gun, because our thumb's so close to here, you want to leave this regular slide stop on there, the flat one, but you can change everything else if you want to do it. But on these other frame guns, it doesn't happen as much because you got more depth on the frame, goes down lower, see that? And when I hold it, my thumb's nowhere near it. It's near it a little bit, but nowhere near it's going to hit it. So I want to put one on this one. I'm going to show you how to do that. Sometimes it can be real tricky, and sometimes it just goes right on in. It depends on the angle of your slide stop, how it's being pressed down with the spring. The whole key is to get the friggin' holes lined up. You know, that's the whole thing. So let me see if I can do this. Let's get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing a little closer. I don't know how well this is going to work. This is where you need a camera, dude. See, now this is the only thing I don't like about this camera. It doesn't have like a manual setting. Now if I could just leave it right there and lock it in the manual, but this camera doesn't do that, so it might jump around a little. Now the first thing we're going to do is, I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing, is check the gun for safety, of course. That's the number one thing. Okay, I did that twice because it felt weird. It feels alright. Okay, take the mag out. Oh man, gun show is irritating me, man. A lot of fucking fat people with overalls and suspenders there, and it was very, very crowded. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to show you why. Sometimes it takes me 2 attempts to get this slide off. I got it the first time, but sometimes it takes me twice because these don't stick out far enough for me. I need them to stick out more. This lays real flat against that, and it's a cheap stamped piece of metal, so I want to replace that and make that nicer. Okay, and this I replaced the plastic recoil spring with the steel one. These are about $40. It's captured, that means it's 1 unit, and you get it from Glockmeister. Glockmeister sells the best Glock parts than anybody. Their Glock parts are superior. So this is Glockmeister, but these are not Glockmeister. These are Wolf. Wolf's good, but not as good as Glockmeister. I'm telling you right now, they're not. But they'll still work. The reason is the Glockmeister has a bunch of, this has 3 serrations on it. The Glockmeister has a whole bunch of them, and it really grabs your skin. Really grabs your skin. So when you use it, it's easy to use. This is a Wolf. It's pretty much an exact replica what's in here, but it's just bigger. Glockmeister has their parts like Glock, but they're refined. They're even nicer. So trust me, I'm not plugging them, and they don't give me free shit. It's just my experience. This one, pretty much, it don't matter who you get it from, Glockmeister or Wolf. But this is the one you want to get from Glockmeister. But it's a Wolf. It'll still do good. The first thing we'll do the hard thing first. We'll do this. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to push this pin out right here. You got a pin on top, you pin down here, and we're going to push this out. Sometimes it's a real bitch to get it out. Sometimes it goes right on out. But so you have to wiggle this a little. This is the slide stopper taken out. If you wiggle this while you're doing it, you shouldn't have a hard time. Okay, I think I know the angle because I've been doing it enough. You got to kind of like bend it up a little, and you shouldn't have to push real hard. It should come right out of there. Okay, so let's see if I can do that again. Doing this shit on camera is a bitch. I don't know how you guys that do this a lot have the patience to do this, but it should come right out of there, and it's not, but it should, and it will. You gotta fuss with it. There it goes. Just kind of wiggle that around. See, I'll tell you why it's doing that. There's a spring in there, and the top of it's being pushed down. Now the part that's being pushed down, it goes into a notch in that post, so it gets hung up in there. So you got to kind of like crank it or cock it as you're pushing that through. Now it should come out. Some guys use a roll of tape. That's a good idea too. See, now it's coming out the back side. Now we'll take this out. Try to put it in the same way you took it out. It is a symmetrical part, but just to save yourself a headache. Now I'm looking inside there and I see what's going on. Now when I take this out, you see that spring? That spring pushes it down. So sometimes the post, how is it? When it goes through, and then it goes down in that notch, and then the spring's pushing down, and that's why you can't get it out. It gets locked up like that. So you have to get this and really push it down and line the holes up. The whole thing is you got to get the holes lined up, or you're going to have a real hard time getting this in and getting it out. So here's the new one, right here. We're going to put the new one in, and it's pretty easy. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 slots. It goes in the first slot, just slides right in there. Now when you're putting it in, here's the thing, you want to look in that hole, you're going to see it come in, and then you're going to want to make sure the top of it, you want to make sure that hole is perfectly round before you put the pin in. See, I got it perfect, but I know you can't see it because my hand's in the way, because I need an overhead camera for this. Okay, and I want to try to put this in the same way I took it out. I don't think it matters, but that should go right in there. There it goes. See it? When you're that far, you know you're home free. So what I'll do is just get a mallet like this and just tap it. Now you want to check both sides, the depth. Okay, I'm looking on the other side. Now see how that has like a hole? There's too much depth there, so we want to make it even. Let's push on this side a little bit more. There, it clicked right in. Okay. Slide stops in. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the slide release tabs out, and we're going to put a longer one in. So how you do that is very simple. Here's the extended one. You get yourself a little punch, real skinny, and there's a spring right here, and you push down, but don't push down real hard. You don't want to crimp it down, because then you're screwed. As soon as you push that spring down, this will come flying out of there. And watch when it comes out the direction it's in and what side's what. Okay. Okay, here it comes. Now I'm taking it out. See it? Now the solid side is facing the muzzle. There's the solid side. Now if you flip it around, it has a notch side. So we know the solid side faces the muzzle, so we want to make sure we get the next one and we put it in the exact same way. Okay, this one's a little bit wider, as you can see, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to put this in here. Okay, and we're going to push that spring down again, if I'm even in frame. Get that spring down, and you just push it in until it snaps. There There it goes. It snaps. Now that sticks out real nice for me now. I can grab them real nice and easy now. So we got that done. We got that done. Bam. Put the slide back on. I know I've done this before, but new subscribers, they might not know where that video is. It might be buried. Okay? It's in there. Good to go. Looks good. See if the slide stop works. Yep. See, now when I release the slide stop, it's like effortless. I could just go like this. See how fast? Just because it's sticking out just a little bit, that little bit helps. And they look nice. And now when I take it down, I can really grab these very easily. And that's it. It's ready to go. So we've done a lot to this Glock. We got a steel guide spring in there. We got an extended slide release. We got an extended slide stop release. We got a 3.5 pound connector in there. And now I got to take it to the range again so it proves itself. I already put over 50 rounds to it with the connector, so it's running okay. But now that I put this in and this in, you never know. It could make the gun weird. You never know. Guns are very finicky. But that's it. It was just a simple video, and I'll show you what I got at the gun show yesterday. Oh man, let me back this camera up a little. No, not too much. I got this UTG set up, and you know, if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you don't want to buy shit either, you go in the middle, and the UTG grade is in the middle. Okay. It's a flashlight and a laser system, and it piggybacks each other. The laser is right on top of the flashlight, and it's pretty strong. It's not a real strong flashlight, but it's strong enough for home defense, and your laser's way powerful enough for home defense, and that's all you need. And this was $85 for the whole thing, bracket and all. And that is on my AK-47 Yugo AB2, and you're going to see it right now. There it is. How good does that look? I tell you, man, that gun show though, too crowded, way too crowded. Like I said, a lot of fat people with suspenders, and the aisles were jammed with them, like pool balls. They were all like, you couldn't even walk through the aisle. Forget it. One guy smelled like garlic. Another guy smelled like a fucking a meatloaf that was 3 weeks old. Jesus, I was getting so pissed off because I couldn't see nothing. So I didn't enjoy myself, no. But I did get this. This is cool. It comes with a pressure switch for the flashlight. And it has a manual switch for the laser. It's got a real nice laser. And it has a pressure switch for the laser also, but I'm only going to use one pressure switch because what I do is if I heard something bump in the night, I'll put my laser on first, and then I'll operate my flashlight accordingly to what hallways I'm going down, on, off, go down the basement, check out, see what's going on down there, put the laser right on the guy's balls, and then tell him, get the fuck out. I think it's a really, really beautiful setup for $85. Okay? And it's all steel. The mounting bracket's steel. Everything's low profile. Everything's slim and small. It looks really, really sweet looking, man. I'm digging it. So it looks fantastic on this Yugo. As close as I can get. Just give you guys an idea. And I got a few other things from the gun show because when we hit 20,000, whenever that may happen, I want to do a giveaway to give back to the YouTube guys and all my subs. I'll do the best I can. I picked up some stuff at the gun show, just little stuff, cool things. I'm going to make like a little package up, and then we'll have a drawing. I'll pick the name out of the hat, and then the guy will win, whoever it is. Okay? That's it. That's it for this video today, guys. I am hurting. I'm going to go watch the Flyers lose now because they've been playing like friggin' dog shit. Let me know what you think of the Glock installation. Let me know what you think of my new laser setup, my tactical setup for my Yugo. I think it's perfect for what I want it for. Alright, see you.